Good morning and welcome to Western Province Cricket Club, where we have this women's over 40 final between Argentina and Australia. The teams are making their way out, led by our officials Amber van Rooyen from the Netherlands and Petra Jonker from South Africa. We will have the national anthems in a moment and we'll join you shortly after. Enjoy the following. Beautiful renditions there of the anthems as they appreciate the fans on the sideline. It's lovely to have so many supporters around the turf today here in Cape Town, as well as you on the stream. We see your comments, so please pop a comment in the live chat. Let us know who you're supporting, where you're supporting from, as the teams say their final good luck. The teams will make their way into their huddles. The final prep underway, the captain's motivational speech. So look at how the teams are lining up today. Argentina, we have the captain, Rokia Suzuki in goals, followed by Australia, Camero, Reyes, Diella, Petrino, Ferrari, Vaquero, Albani, and Gonzalez, coached by Gabriel Julio Soliero. Australia, captained by Nicole Gives. In the goals we have Wells, followed by Bartley, Cameron, Chiro, Hack, Jones, Nicholson, Pollock, Rebo, Walton. As the teams now make their way off the field, the bench. And Australia playing in the traditional yellow and green from left to right on your screens. Argentina in the blue, playing from right to left. It will be the number 7 for Australia, Cindy Hack, who's going to get us underway in this final. Hack, straight off to a flying start. Australia looking to move the ball up this left-hand side. They send it out. All the way around the back they go. Argentina putting a lot of pressure on here. But it is Australia really calm and collected on the ball at the moment as they send the ball up the middle of the park. Looking for a connection. Don't find it. Falls kindly for Argentina. As they now have a chance to outlet down this left-hand side. Once again, Australia putting a lot of pressure in, but no one just getting a bit of stick beforehand. Turned over once again now by Australia as they head down the right-hand side. Through the number 1 of Bartley. She did really well there to just win the free hit. Kept riding those tackles. Australia looking for that direct ball in, but opt against it. Australia now once again moving it down the left-hand side. Ball into the circle. It finds a play on the baseline. Bit of a harsh touch, but it is still with Australia as they enter the 23 now. On the shoulder. Great tackle from Argentina. Number 5 for Australia. Chiro sends it in, but number 13 for Argentina really did well there. Eugenia Ferrari. Argentina really working hard in defense here, not letting these direct balls coming to the D here as Argentina now once again looking to defend this right-hand T-point. Australia inside the circle, and a 16 is awarded. Great defense from this Argentinian side. Ball up the line for Argentina. Into the space. No one's there to collect it. It will be picked up by Australia once again. Through the captain they go now. Gives. Looking for the ball up the line. They find it. Gives once again up the left-hand side. Looking for the cut inside is Australia, but dispossessed. Ball into the circle and just past. It was a diving effort from the Australian striker, but couldn't get a hold of that one. Looking at the stats, it is Nicholson from Australia, the number 9, who is currently 2nd top goal scorer with 7 goals to her name in this tournament. She trails by 3 to Katie Grant from the United States. So let's see if she can get on top there. Argentina certainly topping the cards with 7 out of the top 10 in terms of card numbers coming from this Argentinian side. Discipline will be a huge factor in this final. We've seen how teams play with a man up and really aggressive. It just gives them a boost of confidence. As we see now Australia winning the ball in the midfield. They enter the 23. They've got players forward. And it's a great breakdown from the number 10 of Diela. Australia once again not wasting any time on the free hit. Walton sends it out to the right. Picked up by Bartley. Dispossessed by Argentina, and they clear for safety. Once again picked up by Australian centre back. Jeeves sends it down to the left. Beautiful ball as Australia into the 23, into the circle now. Can they get something out? Looking for the foot, but just couldn't find on that occasion. Australia doing really well to win this ball back early, and Argentina will be disappointed with that, but taken quickly here from Australia. Beautiful turn, a harsh tackle, and they will come away with the free hit. Bartley's just got to get around her defender a little bit quicker there. And once again, Argentina now looking to outlet down this right-hand side. We've seen how quick they can be on the counter. Really a fit unit. into the midfield. They looked for that pass. It was on, but it falls kindly for them. Turned into contact there. Can they get it out? But it is Australia once again who come on top of the turnovers. Australia once again looking to build up down this right hand side. Big ball played in, takes a deflection, and it will be an Argentinian free hit on the side there through the number 2, Estelara. Just looking at the comments, we've got Elena Ferreira, Vamos Argentina, Vamos Marita, and Marita Vasquez, Vamos Luz, Vamos Argentina. ADP supporting Australia. Nicholas Mazzolari, Argentina. ML supporting Australia. Natila Vera, Vamos Marita, Vamos Argentina. Lots of Argentinian support as we get the last comment in there. Steve G supporting Australia. Come on, Aussies. Oi, oi, oi. It has been all Aussies at the moment. They are certainly looking like the dominant side. They've been able to have a lot of possession, sitting in this high transfer shape. Argentina just struggling to get the ball out of their own half at the moment. When they do turn the ball over, you'll see they look to get rid of it fairly soon, and they're just struggling to find that final connection, but that was no different. As Australia now once again clear for safety. Argentina just almost rushing a bit, trying to force that counter-attack. And now will be an Argentinian restart. Let's see if they can hold a few phases here, keep control of the ball. And once again, they're just trying to force it too much, and they concede possession. Although we can excuse some of this from the Argentinians, it isn't obviously a final. The nerves are high, emotions are high. It is only 7 minutes into the first quarter here. Both sides will just look to find their straps. Looking for the ball up the line. Argentina takes a deflection. Will be a sideline hit. Argentina now look to carry up the line through the number 8 of Ruiz. Got to get something moving here to Argentina. They take a deflection. It goes to top D. Falls kindly for them. The first D entry for Argentina. And it is well defended, but they win the free hit. Much to the disapproval of the Argentinian fans in front of me. But it is Australia on the counter-attack through the number 10 of Smith. This is much better from Australia. So composed on the ball. They're able to find the space on the far side of the field. But here we go. Smith down the right-hand side. Looks for the ball into the circle. Takes a deflection off the foot. So it will be a Australia restart in inside the 23. That's so much better from Australia. That's why they're the dominant side at the moment. They're able to find those passes, and just when they're under pressure, find the foot and reset and set up in this high transfer shape. As now they enter down the left-hand side. Through the number 2 of Blaine, enters the circle, but great defensive work there from Petronio, who gets her side the free hit. Now Argentina once again struggling to get out of this Australian press, but there we see a green card from the umpire. So it will be Australia now down to 10 for 2 minutes. It is the number 14 of Sarah Walton with the green card for Australia. She will have her 2 minutes in the sin bin. But Australia do once again to get this outlet, and a massive tackle in the midfield. But it goes the way of Argentina this time, as they now look to counter up the middle. Big tackles coming in. Umpires say play on. Australia now working down the left-hand side. Big ball into the D, and no one's there. It's great work from Australia, being one man down and still really testing this Argentinian defense. Up the right-hand side they go now. Australia still full courting, putting Argentina under massive amounts of pressure. Love the two sides of spectators as you see on the stand there. Australia on your left, Argentina on the right. Who's going to be louder? Interesting battles happening on the field, but I'm sure it's going to be interesting up on the stands as well today. Australia once again send it out. Beautiful as they find some space down the right-hand side. And this is what we're talking about from Australia. When they don't have an option, they do so well to push the ball onto a foot, win the free hit. And well defended there from number 10, Mercedes Delia. Argentina once again now on the outlet. They haven't really managed to do anything with their man-up situation. They're just struggling to get those outlets. It's almost as if they're too close, these Argentinian players. They're collapsing their own space, they're inviting that Australian press higher and higher towards their own circle. Reyes up the right-hand side now, carries. And that's better from them, winning the free hit. But once again, we'll see another green card. Umpire setting the standard early here. That will be a green card for the number 15 of Trevenant. And Australia, who really haven't had many cards in this tournament, are suddenly finding themselves in the naughty chair. See plenty of noise now coming from that Argentinian side of the grandstand. Big ball taken up, and that nearly taken off someone's head. It will be dangerous, and free it out now for Australia with just under 2 minutes left on the clock. And Australia with a massive overhead down to this left-hand side of the field. Mistrapped by the Argentinian right half, so it will be Australia once again through the number 4. Coverwell, and there we see it is the number 15 of Taryn Trevenant, serving her 2-minute suspension. Let's be careful here, Australia. They don't want to get into the yellow cards, because that can really have a massive impact on the game. But now Argentina dispossess Australia down this left-hand side of the field. Once again lose it though in a crucial area in the park. Estelara just takes it down to the corner, looking to win that free hit. And we see the coach of Gabriel Soliero from Argentina and Tanesha Carey from Australia planning their first quarter break chats. And once again, Argentina just struggling to get up out of this press at the moment. They'll look to be able to find some more space in the midfield. At the moment, they've got 3 midfielders playing fairly centrally here, and they've not really got anyone up high in the field. So they'll look to stretch this Australian press. Can they get something down the middle of the park? See a big aerial down to the left, but it isn't picked up, and with just seconds left on the clock here. Australia will send it round the back through the captain of Gives. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter here in this final between Australia and Argentina, where we remain goalless. It's been a fiery affair. Australia with the 2 green cards. They certainly are the dominant side though. Argentina struggling to get out of this press. It's going to be a cracking game. Don't go anywhere. We will see you after the break. Welcome back to the second quarter here in this women's over 40 final between Argentina and Australia. It's been all Australia for the moment. They really are the dominant side in possession of the ball. Argentina just struggling to get anything going forward at the moment. And once again, Australia coming away with that free hit just outside the 23. They waste no time. Ball into the circle. Unfortunately, no one's there, so it will be just a 16. And here we go. Argentina once again looking to pass up the right hand side, and this is what I'm talking about. They've got 2 players almost next to each other, and it's what it does is it collapses that Australian press onto them, and it's increasingly difficult to make those connections. They just got to find some more space in the midfield, get their wings high up the park, and they will get more success. And at the moment it's just a little bit direct and a little bit too congested. And now Argentina into down the right hand side. They're looking for a free hit. Back out we go. Argentina finding themselves for the first time really in this game, in this high transfer shape. But once again, too direct, but it falls kindly for them around the top of the D. A tuck inside, they win the free hit to Argentina for a bit of a stick tackle there. Into the circle now they go, looking for a short corner, but play on is the call. Australia now flood numbers forward as they look to attack down this left-hand side through the number 3 of Cameron. Looking back at the comments, Haley Lee, Bartley Bomb on the move. Camila Foster, Vamos Argentina. Vanessa also supporting the number 5 of Argentina. Emilia Vera. Stevie G, Erica, let's go. Luis Lopez supporting the number 7 from Argentina. As Australia now with the big ball into the circle. That one lifted. And it will be a dangerous pass called by the umpire, so Argentina get that free out there. Nicolas Marzilani supporting Argentina. Brad Golgan, good day to all the Aussies out there. Michelle Tempin supporting Corin and the Aussies. Vamos Cora from Camilla Foster. As Argentina now looking to carry down this left-hand side. Well dispossessed, but it will be that sideline hit. So number 2, Estelara, asking for the umpire if that player was 5. She was. And it is Australia once again on this counter-attack, where they've been so strong. They just don't lose possession on the counter-attack, and that's the difference between these two teams at the moment. Australia now send it out. Argentina almost opting for a little bit of a deeper press here. And that's what we're talking about, that space in the midfield that you've got to create by keeping your forwards high. And a free hit, just one there on the sideline. That's better from Argentina. Not forcing the ball too much. Being able to find the connection, but as I say that, they force it once again. Beautiful turn as she finds some space in the midfield. You hear the Argentinian coach calling for calmness on the ball, and that's exactly what they need. A bit of composure. Don't rush, don't force that pass. You've got to get these midfielders moving from higher up in the field, because at the moment they're almost sitting inside this Australian press and waiting for Australia to turn them over. But here we go, down the left-hand side they go. Brilliant little tuck inside from the number 13 of Ferrari. Sideline hit now. As they enter the 23 to Argentina. Direct ball into the circle. Pops up and lands kindly for Argentina, but it will be a free out. Obstruction blown there by the umpires. Big ball up the line, takes a touch. Looks like it will be an Australian restart just inside the 23. It's end-to-end stuff here. As the game starts to open up, teams playing a little bit more expansive hockey. It is an Argentinian free hit. As she looks to carry down the line and does well to just protect the ball, use her body to create that separation between her and the defender. But you got to get these two players. The number 14 of Vanquero needs to move away and create that space, and the same goes for the number 4 of Camero. She's just putting herself under pressure. She's received that ball in the Australian press with 2 players on top of her. And now we go once again. Australia now with the big ball around the back. You see that separation between their midfielders, and that's how they win it. And we will get another card, it looks to be here. It is the number 13 for Argentina, Gina Ferrari, in the sin bin. There's a green card for Argentina, and that number 13 of Gina Ferrari. And Australia now with their chance at a high transfer. Find some space down the right hand side. Ball into the circle, deflects up, and it will be just a free hit outside. The number 8 for Australia, Jackie Jones, will look to take this quickly, sends it out to the bottom corner. Bit of elimination skills as they enter down the right-hand baseline. Australia, ball comes across. Shot comes in, and a hit out is awarded. And it looks to be an Argentinian player is down. Never nice to see. Massive collision around the top of the circle. Looks like she just got a bit of a knock on the knee there, did the Argentinian defender. And she will walk it off. And we're back underway. Argentina, it's a little bit better for them, creating that separation from their midfielders. And they do get a successful outlet. We'll restart on the sideline here. Through the number 2 of Australia, Laura. And now they carry down the right-hand side, looking for the big ball into the midfield. They find it. A beautiful little hit across from right to left. Find some space now. Down this left-hand side, the number 7 of Knudsen does really well, but dispossessed by Australia, and a big tackle coming in. Australia once again take it quickly, as we've seen. They want to play quickly. They want to play on this counter-attack, and a lovely diving pass there. Now with Pollock down the right-hand side. Enters the circle, but the Argentinian defenders make no mistake. As once again they dispossessed. Now Australia just a bit careless with that last pass as they enter the right-hand side. And now Argentina looking to cut across the midfield. Under pressure here, they're going to look to win the free hit. They do so. Clever work from the number 13, Gina Ferrari. She's back off the sin bin, and she's straight back into the action. As now Argentina look to build up, but carried into contact. A rookie error, and they give Australia now the chance down the far side of the field. Takes a deflection off a foot there. It will be an Australian restart just outside the 23. Out to the right they go. Nice and calm and collected. Through the number 13 of Traha. Big ball into the circle. Can she find that striker? And unfortunately just couldn't get a hold of that. Is that high-lying striker of Bartley. She's been really doing well for her side at the moment. She's pops up in that 23. Great forward, knows where the space is. As now Argentina carry the ball up this right-hand side, looking for the ball inside. That's much better from them. You see that space that they create by just having their links a little bit higher up on the field. And up the line. And they just win the free hit to Australia. It's well defended. It's been a game that's been majority of the time spent in the midfield. Very few de-entries from either side. Neither keeper yet to get a touch of the ball, but Australia now carry down the left-hand side into the 23 they go. Up to send it around the back once again. This is where they've been so strong, being able to be patient, move the ball around the back and find the gaps. Not trying to force the ball into the shoulder or the top of the circle, looking to work the T-point and the baseline entries. As we see now, once again, they take that touch down into that bottom corner. It will be an Argentinian free hit. Big hit comes in, and again it's lifted. As now Australia will have the restart inside the 23. They'll move it round as they've done all day today. Number 12 of Rebel, super composed on the ball, really dictates where her team's going to play, and they win the free hit. Trevenin looks to take it quickly, but the umpire says it wasn't taken in the correct spot, so it will move to Culverwell. Once again, calm and collected from these Aussie ladies as they now find some space down the opposite side of the field, but well picked up by the Argentinians with just 2 minutes left on the clock. Can they get on the scoreboard? Big ball into the midfield, dispossessed. Australia once again now find some space on the right hand side. You see a bit of a push and shove after the ball there. Tensions are certainly running high in this game. You see, being a final, emotions are high. As now, big ball once again lifted, but no one can get a hold of it. It will run over the baseline for a 16. Argentina just happy to play a little bit more in the Australian half at the moment. Australia send it around the back. They've got plenty of space in the midfield. And lovely work. A one-time pass. Finds her higher link. Dispossessed though. And here we go. Argentina down the middle. And just a wayward pass. Affords Australia the opportunity to counter once again. Can they get this ball down to the left-hand side? There is a player on the far shoulder of the circle. And a big tackle comes in. But it's great defensive work from the number 10 of Mercedes Delia, causing the breakdown but allowing her side to get back and be in a numbers up situation once again. Australia now looking for the free hit just outside. They win it. Argentina would be careful about playing the ball after the whistle here. We've seen umpires upgrade as the ball comes into the circle, pops up, and it will be a free hit out, much to the disapproval of the fans on the sideline. Argentina certainly getting away with one there. It looked like it popped off an Argentinian stick, which would result in a short corner, but that brings us to the end of the first half here. It's been a cracker. We still remain goalless. It's been a battle in the midfield, both sides getting very few de-entries. The keeper's yet to be tested. But don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the short break for some more cracking hockey action in a bit.
We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. Cape Town will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.
International hockey player and coach, and over the last 10 years I've helped close to 1,000 players to do just that. And now I want to help you. So I've put together a free training video called 4 Ways to Modernize Your Game, available at themodernhockeyplayer.com. Inside the video you're going to discover how to stay competitive, confident and injury-free as you get older, so that you get selected and excel in national and international masters teams. Get instant access at modernhockeyplayer.com.
Welcome back to this third quarter in this women's over 40 final between Australia and Argentina. It's been a cracking game so far. We still remain goalless. Australia certainly being the dominant side, holding most of the possession. Australia just struggling to get out of this Australian press. Hopefully, Coach Gabriel Soliero has gave some words of wisdom to his team, worked out a plan how they're going to play this last two halves here, quarters rather. But Argentina now looking to attack down this right-hand side. Dispossesses, great defensive work there from Nicholson. Just holding strong, winning the free hit. As they play, around the back they go. Argentinian press, just holding that three-quarter line. And a big tackle coming up down that right-hand side of the field. Vera. Round Australia go, all the way down to the left-hand side now. Big ball. Oh, it's amazing across the field. And it takes a touch off the Argentinian defender. It was really a beautiful ball, all the way from left-hand side to the right. Inside-out hit, and just couldn't get a hold of it. Was that Australian striker, but they still come away with it down this right-hand side. Umpires say no, rather, and it will be an Argentinian free hit. Big ball up the line. Well trapped. They've got to get a ball into the midfield here, do Argentina, as they beat the one. Down the left-hand side, into the 23 they go. Takes a touch off an Australian defender. As they now have possession down this right-hand side. Beautiful little tuck. But a great steal from the number 15. Vaquero. Into the midfield. This is where Australia's been so strong. It's build-up play, the outlet, they able to find so much space in and around this Argentinian press. Big ball up the line, dispossessed. And now it's Argentina on the counter-attack. Can they get the ball across to the far side of the field? They're looking for the free hit. Big ball into the circle, but centre back of Australia cleans it up. And the free hit is one from the captain of Australia. It's good work from Nicole Gives. She'll now look to progress up the right-hand side. That was a brilliant slap. Just couldn't get a hold of it. Was the number one of Corin Bartley. Ball up the line. Once again, it's got a bit direct from both sides here. They coughing up possession. Lots of double turnovers. Just want to see them settle back down into their structures, Australia. They trying to force these big balls up the line, where they just need to build up the play, find that strong midfield that they've got. As we see an aerial now, up the right-hand side, once again, not picked up. Argentina now with some space down the left-hand side. There's a play up there, they just out of the reach. Certainly Argentina looking a lot more threatening. See plenty of support from them from the stands. It's Australia once again down the left-hand side they go. Can they find that ball up the midfield? Great work from the number 7. Cindy Hack sends it back out. That's much better from them. Engage the press. As we see Argentina stepping through. And Australia did well manage to compensate there as they come down the right-hand side. Big ball up the line. There's a striker picked up inside the 23, but great work from Astalara, who was able to pick that ball up. Slight bobble, and she was there in a flash, was Astalara. As now Australia, once again, a rare mistake from them in the outlet. Looked like a little bit of a trip there from the centre back. But Argentina look to take this quickly, win the free hit. Ruiz looks for the big ball into the circle. There's a player there, takes a miss trap, and the short corner is awarded. Argentina have certainly found their straps in this third quarter, winning themselves now the first short corner of the game. A massive moment in this final. Argentina lining up with two castles at the top of the circle. Injection comes in. It's a slight miss push. It falls kindly for them as they're still on the attack down the right-hand side. Shot comes in and just wide of the upright. Testing times with number 17 for Australia. Amanda Peach yet to touch the ball in this game. Gives big ball. Unfortunately, once again dispossessed. It's not their strength, Australia. Their strength is that build-up play. The composure on the ball, which is almost lacking a little bit now. Maybe feeling a little bit under the pump from Argentina, stepping up their press a little bit higher. And now you see them building up the right-hand side. This is better from Australia, what we're used to from them. Playing their composed hockey, playing round the back, looking to just move this Argentinian press, find the gaps in between as Argentina step higher up the field. And once again, just an unforced error. Argentina certainly have their pressing down to a T this quarter. As they dispossessed, and Australia look to take the ball quickly, but the umpire says it is Argentina's free hit. Looking for the ball up the line, can't find it. Up the left-hand side they go. Brilliant effort there from number 2 from Australia, Prue Blaine. Just realizing there's no options going forward, pops it on a foot and will allow her side to set up in this high transfer shape where they've been so dangerous. As now they look to come down this right-hand baseline. Takes a touch from the number 13 of Argentina, Ferrari. And they do come away with the 16-yard hit. Ball into the midfield now, looking for something in the circle, and that one just pops up. Australian saying it's come off the Argentinian sticking up, but the umpire's seen otherwise. Argentinian coach there, Gabriel Soliero, can be really happy with his troops this quarter. Big ball played into the midfield, but falls kindly for Argentina as they now attack down this right-hand side. It's great defending from Australia, the number 14 of Sarah Walton. Is once again Argentina down this right-hand side, looking for a ball into the circle. Big tackles coming in and a stick block blown there for stick obstruction. Once again, Australia defensive side holding strong. Big hit now. Up the right, falls kindly for them, but a mistrap once again lands the way of Australia, and it's just been error after error for Australia this quarter. They're really struggling to get something going forward, and that was the difference in the first 2 quarters of the game between these two sides, was Australia's composure and technical ability on the ball. And this quarter they seem to just be struggling a little bit. Big hit up the line. Once again dispossessed. Both sides struggling now to just build up a few passes. Maybe a bit of fatigue creeping in. It's been a long tournament. So see another aerial being played over the top, and it will be a sideline hit. So we go back to the comments. Amy Ryan supporting Carey. Dinesh Carey, the coach of Australia. Diego Silva, Vamos Argentina, supporting number 9. Ryan Tahar supporting Rika. Mike Walton, Aussies 2-0 prediction. Walton to get one. Interesting. It certainly would have said that in the first half, but now Argentina coming back into this game, really just putting pressure on these Aussies as they now take it quickly, but the umpire says wasn't taken in the right place. Tobias Torres, Vamos Argentina, Natalia Vera, number 5, Vamos Marita. Mike Walton, keep your heads in possession, Aussies. No need to rush. I agree with that. As they now into the 23 through the number 14, who stumbling but still has possession. Tahar, big ball into the circle. So there's a striker, and it finds a foot. It's been a battle in the midfield, but a singular ball into the circle for Australia in this quarter wins them their first short corner of the game. Anxious faces on the bench of Argentina there, as they know this is a huge moment in this final. Australia with a really strong penalty corner unit. The number 3 and the number 9 on the top of the circle in Belinda Cameron and Kelly Nicholson respectively. Injection comes in, goes to the castle. 1 straight hit and a great save from the keeper of Argentina. It is Suzuki, the captain, who clears her lines. And Australia come away with it once again. That was a good short corner there, shot on target. It's the first time Suzuki has been tested. And now Australia once again look to build up down this left-hand side. Ball pops up, but well managed. Into the midfield they go. Just dispossessed, and that is a result of that first mistrap. Sliding tackle attempt, but it is still Argentina with the ball in the midfield. Dispossessed. And Australia on the attack now. They've got speed down this right-hand side through Cindy Hack. Finds a high-lying strike in this 23, but the umpire, Petra Jonker, just signaling the wrong way once again, causing a bit of confusion between these sides. And now Australia, Jeeves, out to the left-hand side. Looking for the ball into the circle, but very fortunate Australia to get away with that one. That was straight into the stick of the Argentinian defender. It's desperate defensive times here for Argentina with just 2 minutes on the clock in this third quarter. If you could get a goal here, you certainly put yourself in the driving seat. But a wayward pass goes the way of the number 13 of Argentina. Ferrari, and you see the crowd's really livening up here as this game is winding to a close. You see once again that Argentinian coach is asking for composure from his side. Big hit, goes around the back. Australia look to build up with just seconds left on the clock. Cough up possession, and it is Argentina down this left-hand side. The last thing Australia want is a card just as they end here. Got to be disciplined. Argentina with a big ball into the circle, pops up, but well managed by the Australian defenders, and they will win the free hit. Thieves will just take it back, and that brings us to the end of this third quarter. In this final, an action-packed quarter, we had a short corner for either side, but neither side yet to convert. We remain goalless. It's going to be an absolute cracker end to this game between these two sides. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to this fourth and final quarter in this women's over 40 final between Argentina and Australia. As Australia, desperate times in defense. First two quarters were all Australia, and Argentina certainly coming back strong in that third quarter. Been able to get a few good phases together, and now putting Australia under a lot of pressure of this Argentinian attacking unit. Ball comes into the circle and just goes over the baseline. We say finals come down to moments, and you've got to get the ball into the circle now. You get into these high transfer zones, you can't afford to be dispossessed around the fringes of the circle and not get any outcomes. Argentina once again win the ball in the press. They'd work their way down to this left-hand baseline, putting the ball in the air. That one just rolling onto a back stick, and that's exactly what we're talking about. Did so well to win the ball and put this Australian side under pressure. And now Australia under pressure. They've been struggling to get out of this Argentinian press in the last few quarters. Big ball up the midfield. It lands kindly for them as they now have some space down this right hand side. They enter the 23. There's players in the circle. In the ball goes, and well picked up. A diving attempt to clear, but it is still with Australia as they now work their way down the right hand side. Once again into the circle through the top. It's on P-spot. Shot comes in, and a great save. It looks to be a long corner, but the umpires just having a chat. Not too sure what's going on here, but the umpires just making sure they've got the right call there, and it will be an Argentinian restart as they work the ball up there right hand side, but dispossessed in the press. Australia did really well. It looks to be another card. As now Australia enter down this left-hand T-point. They enter the circle, and great defensive work from their right back as she'll look to just carry and win the free hits up this right-hand side. She does so eventually. It is a yellow card for the number 13 of Eugenia Ferrari, her second card of the day. As now Argentina with a big hit up the line. That one's just clipped the number 3 of Belinda Cameron above the knee. It's going to hurt for a bit, but she's walking it off. Here's Cameron. It's a huge moment in the game. A yellow card in the final quarter of the final. As Australia now look to carry down the right-hand baseline. They keep it in, but it is Argentina on the attack once again. They've got to just win the free hit here. They've want to wind down the clock. We've probably got about 4 minutes left on this card. Aerial over the top. Blows the way of the defender. There's too many players in that space. Ball into the midfield for Aussies. Send it up the line. Nothing much here. They got to try and work it out again. Big ball out to the left-hand side. They've got space. To the Aussies, obviously being a man up, they've got to find that 2v1, and that's just forcing it, unfortunately. And now once again, Australia happy to be in this build-up. Argentina being a man down, they're just sitting fairly deep, waiting for the Aussies to come to them. And here we go, dispossessed. They'll win the free hit. I'll look to take this slowly. Big ball, but dispossessed once again by Cameron. She's been so good on this left-hand side. And now Australia into the 23. They've got players in the D, and a diving backhand comes in, but unfortunately just clips the back of the stick. Argentina weathering a storm at the moment. As you see, Australian crowd really getting involved now during their side on. Umpires just making sure that they're not time wasting, but they're doing well here, just winning free hit after free hit. Affords them an extra few seconds to take that quickly. And now the umpire has overturned the decision just in front of us for taking the ball on the incorrect spot, and Australia with the chance, but unfortunately just a mistrap there. That is a costly mistake from the Aussies. And once again the umpires making sure that there's no time wasting happening here, A big hit up the line. A great shot from the number 3, Belinda Cameron. Sure many cricketers in Oz would be impressed with that one. Another hit up the line, and that one deemed dangerous. Aussies now with a chance. Ferrari still serving her time in the sin bin. Ball out to the right hand side, once again dispossessed, but it will be a sideline hit for the Aussies. Scratch that. Argentina come away with it. Once again, it's really great work from Argentina, just winning free hit after free hit at the moment. Umpire just making sure it's taken on the correct spot. Big hits up the line as Argentina now into the 23, down this left hand side, and just couldn't find their striker, that final connection in the 23. Australia now, as we're winding down, just 7 minutes left on the clock. They've got to look to get something. Build up play. As a massive aerial comes over the top, but Argentina will make no mistake with that one. Too direct from Australia. They're not playing to their strength. They're trying to force everything now. They're playing into this Argentinian side's hands. Exactly what they want them to do. Astelara has been a huge player for Argentina today. So solid at the back and distributing so well. Plays the ball into the circle. No one was there to collect it, but now, once again, Nicole Jeeves on the ball from Australia. Send it down to the left-hand side. Under pressure as they turned over from the number 12 of Petrino. She carries, looks for the ball into the circle. Keeper carefully watches that one over the baseline. As now Australia look to outlet the final group of substitutions coming on, giving fresh legs to the sides. Bit of space in the midfield for Australia. Will they win the free hit? They should do, and they do so. Taken quickly down the left-hand side. Ball into the circle and just out of reach of the number 11 of Tanya Pollock, who's just come on. Maybe a dive there from Pollock. She might have been in. Fresh legs. Would have expected to get there. As now a big ball played into the midfield, and it is Pollock. Just hits her foot. It will be Argentinian ball once again. Big hit through the midfield. Picked up by one of their strikers, but great defensive work from Australia, not giving them an opportunity. And a big tackle coming in. They get away with it, do the Aussies. Delia sends it down the right-hand side. And again, it's nervy times for both sides now. Pressure certainly building. We wind down, 5 minutes left on the clock here in this final. Big ball into the circle. Falls kindly for Argentina as they now enter through the top of the D. Keeper makes a save, but it's once again heads towards the number 12 of Petrino, who just couldn't trap that one. That's what we're talking about. It comes down to a single moment. And that was a huge moment for Argentina. They could not take their chance. Australia now in possession, looking to build it up. It's much better from them. This is where we've seen them be so strong, so dominant. As they look to play that ball up the right-hand side, they can't find a connection. Mustn't force Australia. They trying to do too much. They're rushing. They haven't been able to move the ball around like they did in the first 2 quarters. Argentina now looking for the ball into 23, but it's picked up by Australia as they find some space down this left-hand side. A brilliant receive, and out to the right they go, into the 23, into the circle, looking for something, and it will just be a long corner. And umpires just making sure it's taken on the correct spot. Under 3 minutes left on the clock now. Australia send it out to the right-hand side. And a free it is won. And now Australia down the right-hand side they go. They got to win a free hit here. They do so just outside the circle. Massive moments in the game here as Australia come away with the free hit. Once again, they've got to try and change the channel here. As they do so, umpire says the ball's not taking the correct spot. It's crucial moments. They've got to be accurate to the umpires as they send it around the back, which we've seen plenty times before in this encounter. Argentina really stepping up, putting a lot of pressure on. But there's some space down this left-hand side for Australia. Into the 23 they go. A beautiful turn inside the circle. The shot comes in. And a short corner is awarded. Australia, with just 1:30 left on the clock, will have a crack from the top of the circle. A beautiful ball in. Took a deflection and just found the foot of one of the Argentinian defenders. As we see the call now coming from the bench through the number 5 of Tony Chiro. We saw a straight hit coming in from Belinda Cameron early on in the game. And it looks like the umpires were just having a chat about that one, and the call will remain a short corner. The number 7 of Cindy Hack lines up for the injection. The double castle once again, and it is Belinda Cameron now on the second castle. And it is Kelly Nicholson on the first. Where's it going? Goes to Nicholson. Ball into the circle. Shot comes in. And it's in the goals. But it looks like a stroke is awarded. Maybe it was just stopped on the line. Umpires will definitely have a chat. This is a huge moment in the game. Both sides shouting at the umpires. A massive call from Petra Jonker here. The umpire on the far side of the field. It's great to see them taking the time to have the chat and making sure that they've got the right call. Argentina is still not happy with that, but the umpire explaining that it's hit the player on the foot. Last line of defense. And it will be a stroke. The umpires have had the chat. They're not going to change their mind now. To see a replay of that coming up. Massive moment in the game. It went to the number 9 of Kelly Nicholson. Has the shot. Takes a deflection off the keeper and it's hit the foot. There's no doubt in my mind that a stroke is the right call there from the umpires. They have done exceptionally well under pressure to make that call. As the Argentinians move back to the halfway line. It is the number 3, Belinda Cameron, who steps up to take the stroke against Suzuki. A massive moment. in the context of the game with just 1:30 left on the clock. Where do you go? Do you go stick side? Do you go high and right? Belinda Cameron. The crowd is silent as we wait for the umpires to blow the whistle. Cameron goes to the right and scores. It's the opener. Belinda Cameron finds the sideboard. Australia up by 1 with just 1:30 on the clock. Argentina take it quickly. The crowd comes alive once again. Argentina now flood numbers towards the circle. They've got to get something out here. Down to the 23 they go. And a long corner is won. Just 40 seconds left on the clock. Ruiz calling for the ball. She wants to take this quickly, move at 5 and get something in. There she goes, down to the right-hand side. Big hit into the circle, takes a deflection. And well managed from the Australian defenders rather. But it's still with Argentina with 30 seconds left on the clock. They enter the 23, player's not 5, she's not going to engage. Big hit comes in, takes a couple of deflections. And lands kindly for Argentina. Once again, send it in. And a short corner is awarded. The direct ball finds a foot. The second short corner for Argentina. It's been 2 apiece. Australia with the first goal of the game in the last short corner just a minute ago. Now, Argentinians, can they take this to showdown? Stop is good. Hit comes in and they've missed the target. The deflection runner was there. Australia will use every last second they can get out here. The captain takes it to the corner with just seconds left on the clock. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Australia victorious in this final, the women's over 40 category. Australia victorious over Argentina by 1 goal. A tightly contested game separated by just the single stroke from Belinda Cameron. Jubilation for the Aussies, heartbreak for Argentina. It was a game that was contested in the midfield. Massive amounts of heart being shown from the Argentinians to come back into the fixture. They really struggled in the first and second quarter, but all credit must go to them for coming back. Australia, the dominant side, but struggled to find their outlet. They did still come out on top. It's been a pleasure, so thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't go anywhere though, we'll come to you with some post-match interviews coming up shortly.
Chi Bien, Argentina, la rompieron, che, la rompieron.
Welcome to the post-match interviews. We are joined by the captain of Australia, Nicole Jeeves. It's been an amazing game. The penalty stroke right at the end there. How was it for you?
It was pretty intense, and definitely our hearts were sort of in the mouth at that stage, but like we've backed this team the whole tournament, and yeah, we knew that like Belinda had it in her, and yeah, she came through for us and scored.
Awesome. It was a great finish. You guys seem so dominant in the high transfer positions. You really a well-organised side. How long have you guys been together? How long's the training program been in the build-up here?
So basically we came together sort of the week before the actual tournament. We had 3 sort of training days in which we trained together as a team, and yeah, basically that's the only time we've come together, but it made all the difference for us.
Yeah, it was awesome. You guys really looked good on the field, and a massive congratulations to you and your side. Would you like to shout out to anyone at home in the team? Over to you.
Yeah, look, I think all of our team would really like to thank all of our families and friends at home. Without them, we wouldn't be able to come away on these sort of trips, and obviously Hockey Australia Masters as well for supporting us and yeah, allowing us to come to these sort of championships.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, cheers.
Thank you.